watching. I'm getting a little bored. But my friends are like, keep playing. Keep playing. Eventually, Disney characters are coming out of every orifice. It's awesome. Just stick with it. So I do. And I go to the bulletin board, and I look at all the jobs, and I do all the errands, and I get enough money to buy a train ticket to get on the dope-ass Disney train to go to the fun fucking part of the game. That's bullshit. It took me like 4 years. I didn't see so much as a Sebastian the Crab for like 100 millennia.
Welcome to Speak Geek, your somewhat weekly video game podcast. I'm Pedro.
I'm Travis.
Dwayne.
And I'm Burnley.
As you can see, Baby Jesus, aka George, is MIA for this week. We have a special guest, Dwayne. Yeah.
What up?
George got a little, we don't know what happened to him. I think he wanted to spend time with his family. He was like, who does that?
Yeah, he's out in Fresno, like, slaughtering pigs and stuff.
Excellent.
What a loser.
I'm gonna bring back some corn.
So what's going on this week in geek culture, guys?
Nothing really. I guess we're all still coming off from the holidays, really.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year
Happy
to
New
our
Year.
listeners out there. But other than that, I haven't been doing much. Playing games.
Sounds good.
doing that thing. But yeah, I guess we'll start it off with our weekly news that we do. That we have 6 items I found online to talk about today. For us to discuss. I'll start from the less stuff we'll talk about. Fez is officially getting ported to all the other platforms. Phil Fish made the announcement on his blog online earlier this week. He pretty much said that 2013 will be the year that it now goes to other platforms. He didn't specifically say, but I'm assuming it's going to be PC and PS3.
What's Fez?
Fez?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
Really?
Is it on Fez?
I've seen the cover on. It's like an indie game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the cover. I think it's on Xbox Live.
Mhm.
I've seen the cover. I never clicked it.
Yeah.
But
it's just an indie game. It's a platformer, but the big thing was if you click the triggers, you turn the entire map around. So like that's how the puzzles are. So it looks like it's a 2D game where you just jump up, kind of platforms, but then when you hit the triggers, the whole map will turn. So there's a behind that area. So like, say you're in front of a mountain. If you hit the trigger, you'll turn. It might be a cave in the back that you go in. So
kind of like Super Paper Mario.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah,
then when you stand in the cave entrance, you hit it again, and then you'll be in the cave all of a sudden, and then more areas open up. So it was. If you guys ever saw Indie, the video game movie that's on Netflix,
you told me about it. I've never seen it.
I downloaded it. Have not seen it.
Yeah, do you guys watch it? It's he's one of the developers on there, and he kind of talks about his struggles he had with it because
it was like over like 3 or 4 years that he's been building this game.
Yeah, Fez was pretty much just had difficult times being developed because the guy, him and his partner founded the company. I think it's Polytron, something like that. Polytron's, and then his friend like split halfway, but he owned half the rights to the game and the company. So he couldn't publish, he couldn't show the game anywhere because he needed consent of the other person.
The other dude.
Yeah. So
it's like a D-bag situation where it's like
kind of. Kind of. His partner just was being a douche to the guy and holding back. But like I said, if you guys watch the movie, you'll kind of figure it out. But yeah, that's getting ported to other consoles because I guess he stated also on his blog that's been the biggest complaint is everyone's saying port this to PC or PS3 because only Xbox people play it. But so that was one of the news. The other one is it looks like Sony is looking to get cable on the PlayStation in some way. They're talking to.
How about they get some games?
Like
some games.
Some games would be nice.
They have the most exclusives, man. What are you talking about games?
Yeah,
cable as in satellite or something?
Yeah, no, as in like cable at Comcast, like Verizon, Fios,
so
everything.
Why?
So that you just go buy PlayStation 4 and you no longer have to have a cable box or anything. It's all just your PlayStation.
Okay, I guess.
You know why I say games? Like, okay, can I paint a picture for you?
No, I know why you're saying
Yeah,
I'm
sleeping outside of a Circuit City for 4 days, praying that good titles are gonna come out, buying the PS3, and then I'm playing. What was it, Twisted Metal or something like that?
Okay.
No, not Twisted Metal. I don't know what the launch title was.
Oh, Resistance?
Resistance and something else. There was like 4 titles, and I was like, man. I was sad.
Yeah, I can see that.
But now I know what you mean. They do have
I get what you're saying. Yeah, the original, when they first launched, man, they had crap. I remember that. It was pretty bad, but I play the PlayStation 3 before solo games mainly. Like all my multiplayer games are done on 360 because.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
But,
well, as long as I heard it from the professional, because everyone always gives me shit about that.
Yeah.
Wait, but cable as in, so that's gonna have like what, 20 channels, or is this gonna be kind of like a Netflix?
It's gonna be kind of like it's cable, like so
Like
you'll have your
Verizon
AMC.
Fios.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So what you'll do is you'll just subscribe to the service, and then you connect it to the internet
through there.
and then they put it on your console.
Do I have
rather
to
than-
watch commercials?
Yeah,
it's just cable.
It's just cable. So it's like as if you had Verizon Fios or something like that, where you can just use a remote or something like that. At the table there might be a
That's
little
cool.
bump in that.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
there's on demand though, and you only got a 60 gig.
So wait, so you're telling me porn is finally possible on a video game console?
what are you talking about? And the PlayStation 3 plays so many
Yeah.
video files. You can just drag and drop.
Don't
it
go
last
in my
drive.
history from back in the day.
Like, damn, man, that was the one thing that was so cool about PlayStation is it's so open source. Like you can draw. I mean, you can watch MKV files on that thing, and you
Yeah.
can stream it like through the remote play. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I love PlayStation. To all the listeners out there, I enjoy it very much.
That browser had no limits.
Yeah, but the browser just was shitty as
Yeah.
hell. Like it went so slow.
I had no computer in my room for a time, so it's all good.
Item number 3 is they are doing a version 2 for the Street Fighter Cross Mega Man because you guys played that.
Hell yeah!
Yes.
Hell yeah!
It's I don't know the characters, they haven't announced it, but the guys who did it, they said it's gonna be here very quickly. And it's just gonna be new characters you're gonna fight and tighter controls, better level design.
I hope that you can use like your own controller for it because they were strict on you can't change controls or anything like that. Like,
I never played it.
oh man,
Is it the second one gonna be free to play as well?
Yeah, it's still gonna be free. They're gonna keep that up. It's just a fan thing. Like Capcom doesn't pay them. They aren't making any money off of it. I mean, at least
They're just pretty much saying, here's our license.
Yeah.
You got permission.
Exactly.
We won't sue you.
that's pretty much
Continue.
it. Capcom's giving their blessing. Go, yeah, go ahead, just do it.
Oh, okay.
charge $10 and so I can get it on console.
You know
Yeah.
I bet you that might be the next step. Honestly,
If it's on console, I'll pay $10.
I just don't know how many guys are doing it. Like, that's the thing. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 guys, but I mean, because
Oh.
it's 8-bit.
This
Mega
one,
Man.
yeah, this one even felt like it was a little like there could have been a little more to it,
Mhm.
but it's all
So
good.
that's the thing. All right, item number 4 is any Bioshock fans? Bioshock Ultimate Rapture Edition.
Yes. Oh, ooh. Tell
Not
me.
Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock Ultimate Rapture Edition.
Doesn't
which
matter. Tell me.
Is Bioshock 1 and 2 and all the DLC released coming out on Xbox and PS3.
Oh,
so the big thing is for why it's a big deal is because Xbox didn't get some of the DLC that like Bioshock 1 got on the PS3 when it was re-released.
Yeah.
They're getting that now. Now it's playable with all the achievements and everything.
That
on
makes
360.
me
I need to
that
play
makes
that
me
game.
happy
So-
because
I have both.
for Bioshock 2 there was a mode called Kill 'Em Kindly that I spent
Oh,
like
man.
$5 on, and literally the day I downloaded it, there was nobody playing it.
Yeah.
No, but everyone was already done with Bioshock. So to this day, I've had that DLC for like 2 years. I have never been able to play it with anyone else.
I got sucked into that on Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, is that
There's
an
a
airplane?
plane coming over
That's
us.
awesome.
Yeah, you guys are gonna hear an airplane flying. You can hear it in the mics.
That's scary because there's no airport. Ontario.
That's scary because there hasn't been planes in
The
35
Chino? Oh, the
years.
person was like,
That's-
Yeah, it's
okay.
That's weird. That'll come through for your listeners there. But yeah, no, the Bioshock there. It's I did that with Red Dead Redemption. I had it on PS3 because at the time I asked any of my friends, "Are you guys buying this game?" Everyone's like, "No, we're not buying it." So I bought it on PS3, and I bought like the Myths and Maverick DLC. It was $10 is what it was called. You got a bunch of you got the races, the poker games. You got tons of new content for multiplayer.
Okay.
No one's playing it on PS3. Like I'd go into the lobbies and there'd be no one playing
Yeah,
it. So it's like,
exactly.
God
So
damn
I'm
it.
excited. I could play it
So
finally.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it reinvigorates it. I mean, it's probably gonna have a huge sales surge before the release of Infinite. But the weird thing is for PlayStation people is Bioshock 1 comes free with the purchase of Infinite because they're putting it on the
Oh,
Blu-ray.
that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you buy Infinite on Bioshock Infinite on PS3, you get Bioshock 1 for free with it, just on the disc. You have to install it to the hard drive is all, which I think like 7 gigs. But so that's why it's kind of weird. So if you're a PlayStation gamer, if you buy the Ultimate Rapture Edition, you get all that DLC, but I guess you just get one again.
Is there a price?
I think it's $40.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
for the
worth
new
it.
one, for
Yeah.
the bundle, like the bundle.
Yeah,
That
the
is so
Ultimate
worth
Rapture
it.
Edition. It's like $30 or $40.
Oh.
Pretty cheap.
Definitely
That
purchase.
is
yeah.
a good purchase.
So, let's see. The next item we have on the list. Oh, the rumored Valve box, which Burnley will get a little hard on over here for this.
Cover it up. Cover it up.
One of the developers who works for Valve, one of the higher up guys, I guess, did a press conference, and he was talking about the potential Valve box. If there was ever one made, it will run on Linux. He openly said, he's like, it would be a custom OS we used on Linux. It wouldn't be Windows or anything like that. So that was kind of news for any Valve fans out there regarding that whole thing.
It's something.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, it just goes to show that they're going to announce something regarding a Valve box this year, a custom PC. I mean, there's just so much information. I mean, they hired our engineers to design systems, and there are all the leaks from the companies, like people that have been working on it, and the people that no longer work there that are like, yeah, we have some type of computer here that we call a Valve box and stuff. But so
That's pretty cool.
anything to say on that? No? All right. The biggest thing I have on the list was that Sony filed a patent to block used games on the PlayStation 4. Yes,
This is the RFID.
So the
chips and
rumor,
stuff.
it's no longer rumor. It's just official.
Well, the weird thing is a guy put an article online on one of the bigger websites. I don't know if it was IGN or what, but he pretty much broke it down. I guess Sony's been making this patent for years. Like they had it for the PlayStation 2, but it was done back when the internet wasn't big, so
Okay.
no one really knew. But now the internet's huge, so it gets out quicker and everything. And
Right.
so it's not really new. It's just everyone looks at it being a new thing. But they officially filed a patent for it. But so everyone's kind of freaking out, thinking the PS4 will not play used games, which I think that would be dumb. Honestly.
Yeah, I think it takes it back to what George said a few weeks ago, where he said that if you're gonna do it, don't be the first one to do it.
Well, the thing is Microsoft had rumors about that too, where it would work similar to a PC, where it would install a part of the game, and then once that installed, that was it. That disc was done. It could only be played in that console.
So
then.
weird.
So they didn't make a patent for it, of course. There just was rumors coming out that's how the console would work. So in a way, it looks like both the companies are looking for methods to try to fighting used games, trying to recoup that money since $1 million to make these games. And
I have an idea.
What?
We all go in and make a console, and we take it back to cartridge format.
Yeah.
Let's just do it, because we're gonna make turns, because no one's gonna be able to.
No,
But
because then we
unfortunately-
have like Metal Gear Solid with like 20 cartridges that you have to switch out.
that's the issue. Is like those cartridges had like what? Not even a gig. Like what?
No, it's
There,
Megabytes,
yeah,
man.
megabytes,
yeah,
like,
it's like 256 megabytes.
if that, yeah.
Now, if like this, hypothetically, if
Mhm.
let's say this happens and I fucking use games, you gotta buy it brand new to play it.
Mhm.
Every purchase I make better be the best game ever made.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean,
Cause I can't resell it.
You can't even rent it. You can't even rent
Yeah,
it.
exactly. I can't even rent. Every game has got to be like a car.
yeah.
Like I gotta love it in the long run. I gotta, yeah.
The only thing I forgot who I was talking to. I think I was talking to George about this because we had lunch a few days ago about it. It's if
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
sorry, Bilma. Is they need to, they're really trying to push that whole digital format. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it like the PC, like with Steam. And if they do that, what they need to do is they need to make it so that it competes in a way. Because right now, the PSN and Xbox Live kind of area where you purchase all downloadable stuff is just too expensive. Like when you have Steam, who throws like Max Payne for $15 when that game's still going for $60.
Yeah.
It was on sale for Christmas, and they can't even compete with that with their digital games. You go to their store and they're selling Batman Arkham City on
Full
PSN
price.
full price. It's like
Yeah.
that's digital. How you got
I
cost
you
you
need it in my hand. I need something
yeah,
tangible.
Yeah.
so that's the thing is if the next generation is going to be digital, they're pushing that format and they're trying to fight this used game thing. Then the digital sales, they need to put those on sale a lot.
Yeah.
Like they need to give you reason to digitally buy this and be like, instead of going like, well, I can either go to the store and pay $60 or I can just pay $60 online. Like, there's got to be an incentive.
There's
So-
no incentive.
So that's one of the questions there.
Like one of the things I don't like about it, especially with digital games right now, is that we're not even getting like new games most of the time. It's like games that have been out for like 6 months or 3 months or 4 months. The only one that I've seen that was most recent was when Far Cry 3 came out.
Yeah.
It was on PSN store.
Yeah, PSN
So-
started that. They have it's the day one official game, like where they had it with Dishonored, Far Cry, NBA 2K13. PSN, I don't know if that's like a deal that they have to do with the publisher or what, but they're getting like the day one games so that if you can, like Mass Effect 3 also had it too, but the big thing is you can't preload it yet. So if you, that's exactly, that's what sucks. It's like that's what I wonder if they're working it around, trying to figure out how you can do that. Like on Steam, you preload it and you have it just unlocks it.
Yeah.
PSN yet you can't do that because you can't download it to the store. It gets updated on Tuesday. So you have your friend who goes out and purchases Far Cry 3. He's playing it all day. You can't get it until at night. But even then, you have to download 8-9 gigs of a game, and it's just that takes too long. So, but I mean, there's tons of issues they have to work out regarding that whole used game thing. I don't personally think they're going to do it because, I mean, Sony has so much to tote right now, and they're going to really ride the free online for PS4. I think they do that. So to also say if Microsoft possibly does, the whole. You can't. Money.
I'm gonna charge you.
So
I don't know. Like it's kind of interesting. I know we're kind of. I guess you'd call us in the old school. Some would beg to differ, but so we grew up with cartridges, and we like having something tangible.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of would want to know someone that's like. I guess 10 years old, what their take is on it. Like I wonder if they even give a shit if they have something tangible as opposed to something digital.
The closest I can relate is to my girlfriend's little sister. She plays Call of Duty, Halo. She plays all those multiplayer games, and as far as I know, it doesn't really affect her mainly because all her friends have it, and she lives in such an online world. Like she turns on her Xbox, and jumps in a game with all 6-7 of her friends. Okay. It's just that the fact that I don't really think she's bought and used games, so she never really processed to go but she just goes to buy it because it's cheap and she wants to play online with it.
With the friends.
Yeah, with her friends. So I want to say honestly, for a young person, it's not a big deal because they're so connected. Mm-hmm. And not only that, but the games they play, they don't play. She's not going out and playing Final Fantasy or anything. She's going out and playing Halo, Call of Duty. She's playing with her friends. And all her friends own that. Mm-hmm. So I mean,
but if it comes down to digital games, what happens? What, say Halo 26 comes out or whatever,
right?
And
which it will probably.
Yeah, right. And then so I go and buy the game. In order for me to I can't take it over to your house.
True.
And play it with you.
That's
what am I supposed to do then? I mean, if it was something like Steam, then great, but I'd have to still download it on your computer.
Yeah, honestly, I think
I didn't even think of that. That's terrible.
I think that'd be the issue. Is they probably say to you, they probably look at it and be like, well, PC's been dealing with it for how many years now? So just re-download it. I mean, I don't have an answer.
That breaks my heart.
Because I mean that's what PC's been dealing with. They just have. I mean, sure they can bring the game and reinstall it on your friend's computer to play it, but it's. I mean, I have no answer for it. I can just see publishers and people being like, "Well, just bring it over to your friend's house. I mean, and re-download
the console. Bring the console.
Yeah, bring the console.
Because they do have that cloud system too, right?
That actually, I forgot about that. Yeah, Sony purchased Gaikai or Gaikai. Okay,
yeah,
same thing, same concept though, right?
Yeah, they're the cloud streaming one, and they, I mean, maybe that actually might be what they're doing. So if they do this whole, you can't trade your game back, but if you can have it linked to your account, I mean, maybe you can do the whole go over to a friend's house, log into your account, and you're just streaming the game, and then you can have your friends play, and then
they would either have to do that or up the cloud space because isn't it only 256 megabytes or something like that for Xbox? Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's it's little.
Xbox, everyone wants PSN right now is getting more different games on the PSN because Xbox has that cap of I think a gig or two for space to keep on their servers. PlayStation doesn't have a cap. That's why. Oh, the Oddworld games. You guys like the Oddworld?
Okay.
Yeah. They just released Stranger's Wrath, and I think Munch's Odyssey is coming out soon because those are 2.5 gigs. And they say they can't release it on Xbox because of the cap.
Big.
Yeah,
that's so strange.
And they want to release it on Xbox Live Arcade, but they can't because there's a cap on it. So Xbox has to have them release it as a games on demand, right? And they don't want to do that because then I guess they have to charge more than they want to. They only want it's only $10.
Didn't Microsoft or there's some deal why that wasn't on PS2, right? It was only on Xbox titles for a while.
Well, yeah. I think they sold the license or something.
Okay.
They must have. I don't know. Well, ultimately, it's gonna fall on our young listeners.
Yeah,
it's not up to us anymore.
Well,
no one gives
the
a shit
young
about
listeners,
us.
I would like to say that you're gonna miss out on the great argument of taking the game over to the homie's house and you want to play first, But it's like, oh, well, this is my system. And I'm like, but I got the new game. So if you want to play the new game, give me the player one controller or I'll go home right now. That argument is no longer going to be...
I mean, I remember the big multiplayer stuff for Halo when like you had LAN parties. Everyone brought like all their Xboxes. These things were fucking heavy, so everyone brought those over to their friend's house, and they
there
had
was
all
a charm to it.
It was a VCR.
It was a charm to it, but I mean,
it was a two-man job.
carry the Xbox, and before the flat screens, you had the big old bulky TV.
Yeah.
Like you needed 2 people to carry the original Xbox controller anyways.
Carrying it with your elbow.
If I can sit on it, if I can move the joystick with your whole arm and shit.
Oh shit. That was man.
Split screen on a 27-inch or a 22-inch.
Yeah.
Those were the days, though. Like,
Don't look at my screen. Don't look at my screen.
Screen hacking is
dividers.
Yeah, you got fucking paper.
I hate whenever people do that. If you didn't have, if you're doing the split screen stuff and they get pissed, you're looking at my screen. Well, it's a little hard not to get over it. Like, what do you mean?
People like peeking around the corner, like back and forth, waiting, and I'm like, I know they're just waiting for me
to come out.
That's fucking funny.
Adios to the argument.
So, well, what do you guys? I guess that's all the news I got for you guys this week.
Well, what I was thinking was, 2012 is over. What was your guys' game of the year?
Oh, we're doing a game of the year. Oh, I already know. Max Payne 3 for me. That game.
Really? That
game is phenomenal. Rockstar has slowly been improving their stuff over the years. You had Grand Theft Auto 4, which I loved. It was a great game. Still very buggy. They didn't really kind of understand it. But then you go to Red Dead, and then Red Dead. That is actually one of the games I'm super proud of because I platinumed it on PS3. Like I 100% of that game.
Yeah, you always tell us.
I love that game. All right. So then Max Payne 3 came out last year, and that game. It was phenomenal. I beat it 4 times on every single difficulty, hard, old school, and then maximum pain. I think was the hardest.
Okay.
Like Dante Must Die mode or something.
Yeah. And then I beat it again just for the collectibles and everything to make sure I got all that. And then multiplayer. I played multiplayer like a religion. I mean, like I was there for their triple XP weekends when the devs run. I was there every night. Like, I loved that game. I bought the DLC. Only reason I stopped buying the DLC, like I haven't bought the most recent pack, is because yet again, since I played on PlayStation, there's not an active online community. So, the PlayStation players, like, I don't know if they're cheap or if I don't know what it is, but they just don't buy the DLC, so there's just no one in those maps. Like you'll get like 1 or 2 people finally to join those maps, and it's just there's no point to, so you just play the standard ones.
Gotcha.
But so that's my game there. That game is just phenomenal, and it's unfortunate too because I don't think it sold well for them for what it cost because they didn't even break $1 million. I think it was like 500,000, which is a lot, but
still,
it's not enough to recoup, and so that series unfortunately probably is dead.
Gotcha. Here's the thing. When I was thinking about this at home, I was just actually like, wow, I did not play a lot of new releases this year. I think 2012 was the year I bought the least new releases ever in my lifetime. Like I was gonna say, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, but that came out in November in 2011, and then I was gonna be like, Worms Armageddon, the re-release on arcade. I was like, that was like 3 years ago. So I was like, what did I download? What did I like this year? And I guess like the closest thing to my game of the year was, and I don't even know if I can technically say this because I haven't passed the whole thing yet, but I guess Resident Evil 6. Okay. It was just really, really fun. I really liked the campaign. Yeah. If I can't technically use that as my game of the year because I haven't yet to pass it, I would go with Skullgirls, the multiplayer, which was a fighting game. I really, really enjoyed Skullgirls. I still pop it in once. Well, not pop it in, load it up once in a while. It's just still a really, really, really fun game. Really cool fighting game, and I always look in to see like. Because supposedly there was supposed to be DLC to get a few new characters, and it has yet to happen. Yeah. But I hope they really like keep going forward with that series, and we get like a physical release like sometime this year with like maybe like as many characters as like fucking Tekken. Because I really enjoy that series. It just looks gorgeous, and it plays really, really well.
The art style in that game is really good. Yeah, they did a great job at that.
Yeah. What about you, Burnley?
For me, I didn't go out and buy like you, Pedro. I didn't really go out and buy a lot of new games. except I bought a ton of downloadable stuff.
So,
Okay.
so that goes to the use thing. You no, start a tangent here, listener.
Oh, but
like you know, you did all the digital like.
but it's mostly indie games and things
Okay.
like that. It's not like I'm buying, you know,
Uncharted 3 or some
Yeah.
big game.
like so. I mean, my top games, like I played Journey, Skullgirls,
Journey's a great game.
FTL. You guys play FTL?
Faster Than Light.
Yeah.
I've heard
Oh my
Master
God.
like wax poetic about it, but
Yeah,
I have
man.
yet to freaking play it.
We're always playing, and you should play it before you go home. To be honest. But I don't know. It's if I had to choose one.
So Journey won Game of the Year from I think
Yeah.
tons of sites. IGN, GameSpot, and I think Game Informer all gave that Game of the Year.
Yeah, it's a beautiful game. I haven't beaten it yet.
It's 2
So
hours, dude.
it's not 2 hours. It's like 4 hours playing. It's like 4 hours, something like that. I
You
haven't
could be
beaten
playing
it
it as we're recording this podcast.
This is the second time I got ragged on about it. Like, but no, like I don't know. Like I really love Journey, but I think just because I can keep playing and keep enjoying FTL, I would have to say that's it.
Okay.
Like I put tons of hours into it, and it's just me watching my ship explode over and over again. So I don't know. I think that would have to be it. How you doing?
Yeah.
I didn't play many games this year, like games in general. I played Resident Evil 6. I played Halo 4. I'll go with Resident Evil 6, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I didn't finish it. I started 2 campaigns. I loved it though. Yeah, it was
Fun game.
it was
Very
cool.
fun. It was. I played it with George at his place. I don't own it. I want to pick it up on PS3 because I have a PlayStation here. I want to pick it up and play it eventually to just play it myself. But I played it at George's, so I understand it. I kind of wish they want to go, but I'm excited for the re-release of the Revelations because I want that like scariness again, like what they were doing. So that was one reason I was kind of turned off to 6, but I liked how they approached it. So it was still fun with like the chaoticness and going quickness,
definitely.
but I did enjoy this kind of slowness still going back to that scare,
like-
trying to keep it scary.
I don't know. I really like that game. Like I said, I haven't passed the whole thing, but like all these review sites, they were giving it terrible scores, and I couldn't understand it. Maybe like I played it with Dwayne, and I had a blast. So maybe like with an actual like competent human player, it's maybe they didn't play it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know, the human player. But
with George, I had a blast too. Like I was thinking the same thing. Like, how are the reviews? Like I think IGN gave it like a 6. Like how do you guys get so low? Like it was fun when I was playing with them, but I after I reread the review, and it mainly came down to it was the same thing that like Castlevania Lord of Shadows got. When did you guys ever play that game at all?
Which one is that?
That was the most recent one from Kojima helped make it as well.
Is it? Oh, so that's the.
It was.
It didn't, because I played the one that came out. It's like something Darkness. That one was like a couple years ago.
Yeah, no, this one came out.
More, like
this was
last
like
year?
the full-on 3D-esque, like 3D environments. It was from a new developer, Mercury Steam. It was just Lords of Darkness is what it was called.
Okay, yeah, I think I have that one.
Okay, you did that one?
Yeah.
Or Lords of Shadow or something.
Something like that, yeah.
But that one got similar reviews, 7s and like in the 7s because it was good. But pretty much what I'm getting at is that they reviewed it as it didn't know what I wanted to be. It had like an identity crisis. Like Castlevania, when it came out, it was God of War, but then you had like Shadow of the Colossus bosses where you had to scale the bosses and hit the weak points. But then you had puzzles and kind of scary moments, and they're like, what? Like they couldn't really figure out what the game was trying to be, and then that's kind of what they came down to with RE6 when I read the reviews. They were like you go from Leon, who has this great, slow, scary campaign, and then you go to Chris, which has this fun, chaotic shooting campaign. I'm like, but what are we doing? Like they couldn't figure out what the game wanted to be. So that was what the reviews were saying. It's not much.
Gotcha.
They didn't play it at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
That's what
So now, since those are our game of the years, going forward, 2013, what are you guys excited for anything this year?
BioShock Infinite, definitely.
It's gonna be a good one.
I'm hoping. I doubt Nintendo will, and I have to pick up a Wii U as well. But I doubt they'll even divulge any information about it. But probably the new Zelda that definitely is in development. I mean, come on, it's gonna be in development regardless.
It's it's gotta be
Yeah,
somewhere tinkering in there. But isn't there that rumor that Retro Studios is working on that?
Oh yeah, see that's the thing.
That was the thing. Is like I heard a rumor that Retro, that Miyamoto was helping Retro design some new Zelda. This was like 2 years ago. Shortly after they released, I think Donkey Kong was the most recent one.
And then as well as I mean, this rumor pops up like every freaking like 3 months. But I don't know why this time I think particularly I feel like this time it's real, but apparently Rare is working on a Banjo-Kazooie follow-up.
So, an actual follow-up?
An actual, traditional, faithful follow-up. And I hope it's not just like, 4chan just blowing smoke again.
So do I.
But, yeah.
I enjoyed Nuts and Bolts. It was a great game, but it was not Banjo-Kazooie.
You might have been the only one that enjoyed Nuts and Bolts.
Yeah,
I thought it was
I probably am.
terrible.
Like I said, I had fun with it, but the building of the vehicles, it got tedious, and then the challenge.
Well, you know what? It was an okay game, but it was not an okay Banjo-Kazooie game. There was nothing Banjo-Kazooie about it except that they were in the title.
I wonder what the design came down to. Like if it was kind of a Microsoft pull, did they like change this?
Oh, definitely. I think so. I mean, look at what Rare's doing now. They just do all family-friendly Connect stuff. It's definitely Microsoft that kind of pushed them into that direction. Just family-friendly games, because they started out all right with cameo elements of power. That felt like a Rare game. It felt like a Rare game.
Well, that was because all the original people were still there.
Yeah,
little history, a quick tangent though. Rare, all the main people, the founders, I think they were twins or brothers. They're gone. The guys who originally came up with the Donkey Kong games, all them, they're all gone. Rare is an entirely new studio from what it was when we were children playing this game.
Yeah.
Sorry, go back to what you were saying.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. No, that's basically what I was going to say in a sense. But yeah, they're not the same anymore.
My 2013 game is the new Devil May Cry.
Hell yeah!
I don't know why. When they first released information on that game, I was one of the few not flipping my arms up, like, why is his hair not white? Why is he like emo?
Why is he like emo?
That was the charm of it, though.
Yeah, I get that. That was the charm, but after playing 4 and how they made Dante look really lame, like they gave him cowboy boots, and then he just looked really terrible in his design. And,
it was too over again.
Nero was cooler looking than Dante at that point. And you could tell they were trying. I think they were trying to really push Nero as the new character, but he wasn't Dante.
He wasn't badass.
But the new Devil May Cry, I was pretty ecstatic. Like I thought it looked pretty sweet. I love Ninja Theory's art direction. Like I love Heavenly Sword and Enslaved.
Okay.
They have some very talented artists over there, and the Devil May Cry it had the same thing. It had that charm of Devil May Cry's kind of goofy humor, but at the same time they kind of flipped it and made it their own. So you can really tell the difference between Japan's Devil May Cry and these British Ninja Theory guys' Devil May Cry, and I'm very excited. The only thing I got turned off was how they're really pushing the DMC thing. I don't get that.
They're just making it an acronym
DMC
as opposed to Devil May Cry.
It was really never acronym DMC. True.
That's just what you call it.
Yeah, it was like okay, maybe they just abbreviate quickly, but it was always known as Devil May Cry. Yeah. But they're really pushing they have the spray tag everywhere. It's just DMC, and then a little Devil May Cry.
It's in the game.
It's yeah, that was my only issue. But then so I was super excited. I didn't really care. I thought it was in good hands in Ninja Theory, and then I played the demo at E3 last year, and it was fun. I mean, the combat's fluid. The way that you can switch between kind of the heaven and hell powers, which is just hold the triggers. One trigger brings out a white scythe, and that's very quick but not as powerful. Then the other trigger brings out the heavy axe, which is glowing red for hell, and it's just heavy damage, but you can't get your combos up. You want to take out the enemies quickly. But that game, I actually just pre-ordered that game last week because I kind of want to get that was it Virgil the story DLC for free.
Okay.
Looking like a soldier.
So I'm gonna wait for the reviews, but I probably will end up picking that game up fairly quickly because I'm looking. I'm looking for a good hack.
Devil May Cry fan, you pick it up no matter what. Anyway, I've been playing it forever. It didn't matter. People were telling me that 4 was gonna suck, on the Japanese reviews and stuff like that. People that played it, and I was like, it's Devil May Cry. And I'm a sucker for Capcom. Honestly, that's been my company forever. So
I think I'm like that for Square Enix. They release crappy games sometimes, but I'm a sucker for them. The Kingdom Hearts series. The Kingdom Hearts series is the biggest joke of a series. If you play that game, the gameplay is unoriginal and not very different than any other action RPG. The story is completely awful and just garbage because it makes no sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
You don't know what the hell is going on. And you go, Disney characters, cool. So, but
that's the charm to it.
I will gladly throw my money towards the Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm actually very excited for Kingdom Hearts HD to play that on.
If they charge $80, the people will still buy it because they've been teasing them.
Oh yeah.
they've been playing Just a Tip with the Kingdom Hearts fans for like what 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
It's true though, right?
Yeah, with all the DS releases and all that crap.
Yeah, I remember you were like, come on. You would come into the store and you would just be all over Kingdom Hearts.
It's crazy, like, because Japan had an actual like Kingdom Hearts, and then they released it here as a Game Boy Advance game, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then they re-released it later. They're like, okay, fine, we'll give it to you, American audiences. And they actually gave it to as a PS2 game, and all of them sell so ridiculously well.
That's the other thing we were talking about. Like, does Square Enix, like when we're talking about Capcom not liking money, it's like Square Enix not like money because like it's there. They have what we want. It's the Kingdom Hearts 3, which is nowhere to be seen. Final Fantasy Versus 13, because it's being done by the Kingdom Hearts team.
Mm-hmm.
And that game's been in development since, I think, like 2006 when they announced it. And there's just nothing on these games. And then instead, what are we getting? Final Fantasy 13-3?
The 7 reboot, though. The 7 reboot would kill everyone would... destroy their Xboxes and buy a PS3.
They give us, like I said, Final Fantasy 13-3, like the one Final Fantasy game that everyone just didn't really care about, and they're releasing more sequels. It's like, why, Square Enix?
No, I don't think it's fair to say that people didn't care about it. It did sell very well.
Because they thought the first one sold very well because people were thinking it's going to be the next Final Fantasy game.
But then everyone got burned on it, and then you saw 2, and everyone said that 2 was what the Final Fantasy 13-2, sorry, listeners, if I'm not clear. Final Fantasy 13-2 was what Final Fantasy 13 should have been. But I didn't get it because I thought the whole Pokemon catching system, this is just me, I'm not a big Pokemon fan, but the whole Pokemon catching, like, the monsters as your third-party member was dumb. Like, I want actual people for Final Fantasy games. I think Sarah...
That's cool.
The Sarah is terrible. I think she's just an annoying character. And then I think the dude that they replaced kind of the people with, like, what was his name? The main guy in that game. I don't know.
Snow?
Not Snow.
The Afro dude?
In 13-2. No, in 13-2, they had a new guy. God, I forgot his name, but he's lame. I actually like Lightning. I thought she was pretty cool in 13.
In the first.
But so I didn't like the characters in 13-2. And then 13-3, they're turning it into a kind of a Majora's Mask thing where you're on a countdown now, so you're only Lightning, and it's now an action RPG, and you're on a countdown to save the world before it gets destroyed. And you have powers to reset it. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the whole kind of thing.
Sounds.
Wait, that's coming out, or
that's coming out. Like I said, like these sound like cool games, but these aren't Final Fantasy games.
So it's 13-3.
It's not 13-3.
It's like
13
Lightning something.
It's Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13, I think is what they're tagging it as, but it's 13-3 and kind of gamer's eyes.
You don't think these games are gonna be cool like in the future though? Because look, like, this whole thing like kind of sounds similar to like Zelda. Wind Waker came out and I was like, what the fuck is this tune bullshit? Like, it looks like a kid game. Mm-hmm. I'm surfing around. And then Twilight Princess came out and all of a sudden everyone's like, why couldn't we just have a Wind Waker sequel? we have this Twilight Princess bullshit. Link's all dark. Oh, whatever. He's dark. Whatever. And then the next Skyward Sword came out, which was essentially both of them put together. And they're like, why couldn't we just have one or the other? I don't need to mix both of them.
There's no pleasing.
So that's kind of what it sounds.
People.
Yeah, there's no pleasing. They don't know what they want, and that's kind of what it sounds like with your Final Fantasy conundrum.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but you don't have people clamoring like when you do that. You know, you have people that know Final Fantasy and they want that Final Fantasy, right?
Right.
Yeah, they switched up the style for Zelda, but it was... Man, I'm trying to think of the right way to say here for this, guys. It's just different in that nature, because Final Fantasy, like...
Jump the shark?
they've had... You know, you had so many Final Fantasies, and it's kind of just had that set way. You have Final Fantasy. You have your cast of characters. You have your story to save the world. You have your airship. You have these little things that make it Final Fantasy.
Right.
And sure, you can change the graphics, and like you did with Legend of Zelda, but in the end, that was still a Legend of Zelda game. Right?
Okay.
Like, it was just kind of more adult, right? Because it was actually where, like, Link stabs Ganondorf in the head. Like, that was pretty sweet. But with Final Fantasy 13, it's Final Fantasy. As gamers, we know what Final Fantasy is, and every single one they've made something new to changed it, and that's not Final Fantasy at that point. That's just call it a different game. It's like it's a game I tested. I can't really talk about it, but it's like that. It's that they announced
don't
this
get
game.
sued, man.
That's what I'm saying. So they created it, and then they changed it, and it's like, this isn't the game. Change this name. But you know, it's just how it is. I guess it's just developers. doing that stuff. But yeah.
So
back. I guess
Going back to just
to
what I heard though right now. He said going back to. It's not really what a Final Fantasy game is. It's not anymore because now the lead is for the last 2 games has been a chick, and usually it's just a dude that looks like a chick. Straight up, because
don't want to offend our Japanese listeners. Here.
Cloud was wearing a dress.
Oh, you're talking about the lead characters in the game.
The lead characters,
okay.
and Zidane. He was wearing like a breastplate.
I love Zidane.
Squall was beautiful. It's like, come on, man. And then Titus, come on, you can't get a full shirt.
It's like there was down to
after Prince's wardrobe. Like
that came down to the character designer who did that, which is the dude who leads the dude who leads the Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts, yeah, he took over all the art.
What is his name again?
Tetsuya Nomura.
Tetsuya Nomura. He's the artist for it, so he kind of likes the whole baggy clothes, very pretty, long-haired boys, if you will.
With midriffs.
Don't we all?
With midriffs.
With the midriffs. Yeah, he kind of that's kind of his thing. Like, you know, every artist has their style. His is that. He also kind of does the zipper thing too. Like if you look at it, they all have tons of zippers.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts.
Like Kingdom Hearts is like
zippers.
zippers.
Leather daddy, like.
And how else does he hold all his items? It explains it.
But going back before we get too much time, what was your guys' Burnley and Dwayne, your 2013 most anticipated games, which we were.
What are you looking forward to this year in gaming?
I don't know. I kind of just play it by ear. There's nothing really that I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
Yeah. No, nothing. Absolutely.
Is there
nothing.
anything you would like to see that you think is just like not feasible, but you would really love?
Like some kind of sequel or something?
Yeah,
or like,
something that you just something that maybe in the past you were waiting for and you were clamoring for it, but you know in your heart it's probably not gonna happen. But maybe there's still that little pocket of hope.
My soul was broken a long time ago.
What is it?
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts 4, 3?
3.
Okay.
If you want me to talk about Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, yeah. Burnley, you and I could have a podcast alone on Burnley.
We only have 5 hours left in the day. They're running out of memory.
I'm with Burnley. I love, like I said, I love Kingdom Hearts. Before achievements were achievements, I 100% in Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and the DS games, the Game Boy game and the DS games. I love that series. I don't know why. Like I said earlier, how the gameplay is so generic. The stories are weird.
There's a charm.
So it got scrapped.
It's just a charm.
No, well,
what happened with it?
It's on hiatus. It's just
hiatus.
Hiatus. What is hiatus?
Sora and Goofy had a fight.
It's just like they just didn't do. They're probably doing something with it.
Yeah, they're adding Marvel and Star Wars characters now.
Yeah,
they have all this licensing, and now they're adding Star Wars and Marvel.
The thing I liked about Kingdom Hearts, it wasn't about it was just this sense of exploration and discovery. The gameplay was stupid. The camera was terrible.
Yeah,
you get in there and the first game wasn't even. None of the games are very difficult, so they're not really that fun to play. But it was about you go to these different worlds. You just see these different things.
To see the Disney stuff.
Yeah. Or even when it wasn't Disney, favorite stage from first Kingdom Hearts was Hollow Bastion, one of their prominent original stages. Yeah. But then they decided to do some huge big lore kind of thing where there's this guy is Keyblade War, and there's all these Keyblade masters and this test and this.
And went out of control.
Yeah, it started. Now they're just talking about they're trying to get into these dark angsty characters that I don't really care about anymore. And so every Kingdom Hearts game I've been playing since the first one, it just slowly just gets me away from it, and it makes me really sad because I was so into Kingdom Hearts. I was all those Gaia nerds.
For 2 years, I called you Sora. For 2 years.
I'm with Bernard. It's tough because I'm with them on it was really good and the charm of it was really cool, but there's just the lore, like you said, is getting so deep now, and it's you don't even know what's happening half the time in that story. Like I said, I think I'll try and sum up the end. The end of the latest one of the 3DS version is they finally took the test to become masters, Sora and Riku, and Sora failed because Sora let darkness into his heart, but Riku passed because he fought off the darkness. and it ends with now Sora trying to find his way, and he walks off into the field, which is supposed to hint at 3.
Okay.
So who are those 3 people fighting that one dude in the?
Oh, that is
Terra.
Terra.
Who are those people?
Aqua.
You can tell me after. We'll discuss.
okay.
It's gonna go into.
It.
It's gonna go into a whole thing.
Yeah.
But you guys fill me in after.
All right. So then, Dwayne, what's your if you're into one?
I've changed dramatically. I used to work at a game store with Pedro. That's how I met Burnley. I used to be on top of everything. I stopped working there, and now it's just like a blur of the past. Yeah. But I'm really excited. You already said Devil May Cry, and that's pretty much, I don't know what Capcom's putting out this year, but if they could make a game that I would like to play, give me a second. Don't worry, the silence, you guys can edit that out. It'll just come up off the top. What do I really like? I'm a Mega Man, like, I would probably fight someone in a bar if they talk bad about Mega Man. I don't care what it is. So if they can give me, there was a demo for it online a long time ago. Not a demo, but the video of Mega Man 2.5. It was a 3D Mega Man. It was like Mega Man 2, but they had 3D aspects of it. You can like go into the foreground, background, and there was a co-op mode where you had to work together. You could like, there was buttons that would release traps, so one person would have to stand. You'd literally have to stand on your homie's head, jump off to get to the next area, slide through, and like if they could just give me that on arcade, like I'll do 100 good deeds. You know, like I'll put in my community service. I'll help World Hunger. Like, I'll do what I have to do. Just give me that. Mega Man 2.5. Well, if you haven't seen that, look it up.
Capcom, man, they just have no love for that series right now.
No love for me.
Capcom, right there, you know, right there, whoever the CEO is, he's sitting there and he's like, man, that Dwayne, I'm not showing him.
I follow him on Facebook and on Instagram. And
that son of a bitch, man. I'm just like, screw him.
Always trying to call me out.
Yeah, that's 2013 for me.
It's cool.
What else
I have a new segment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a new segment for you guys. It's called Poison Mushroom. Hold on.
And now it's time to play everyone's favorite game, Poison Mushroom, with your host, Pedro Constantinopoulos.
Mamma mia.
Okay, welcome to Poison Mushroom, guys. Alright, so now we have, the topic of this week is offensive games.
Ooh.
6 of these offensive games. These are 6 offensive games, but only one of these is not real.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with Ethnic Cleansing. That's from 2002. It's a computer game developed by Resistance Records.
Okay.
Underground music label owned that specializes in neo-Nazi and white supremacist bands. So in this game, the protagonist, which is of course a Klan member, runs through a ghetto killing black people, Latinos, and Jews.
No, just go to the next because that one has to be real.
Finally, as he reaches the Jewish Control Center, he has to kill the former Prime Minister of Israel.
The anti-Hitler.
This game was particularly offensive when I researched it because there's many offensive posters in the game, as you can imagine, and the game even goes as far as to replace all the dialogue and sound effects of the black people as just monkeys.
This game's real, and I hate it. I hate it.
The dumb of it.
Now I gotta play it.
The next game
I'll play it. The next
game on this list is JFK Reloaded. It's a historical simulation game in which it's designed to recreate the John F. Kennedy assassination.
Okay.
And what you basically do is John F. Kennedy driving down the old grassy knoll, and you're up in the book depository, and you get to kill him. And you get to kill him in different ways, and you get to see if basically if he was really murdered from that direction, if it's even possible. There's actually, what's interesting about it is there's actually a leaderboard system.
Oh my god. Okay. That's pretty cool.
The next game we have on this list is VTech Rampage. It's a Virginia Tech massacre simulator in which you assume the role of the assassin and you go around killing people.
Damn, these games are offensive.
Then we have a game that's actually by Square.
No, hold up. Wait, what's the Virginia Tech game? I need some facts.
Okay.
Spit it.
It's actually
this is ridiculous.
Recreates the Virginia Tech Messenger. It was created
terrible.
by a Newgrounds member. It's completely in Flash. And one of the things that's actually notable about it is that the guy that created it said that for $5,000 he'll take it off his server.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
He's got a plan, man. He's gonna make money.
I wonder. He went straight into that game. I'm sure he knows it's offensive. He's straight into like, hey, I want $5,000. You guys want it down? Give me money.
Okay. Up next we have a game by Square. It's actually by Square. Was never released outside of Japan. It's Square's version of Tom Sawyer, in which you and your friend Nigger Jim go around. They go around. You get a party. It's a party system. It's actually turn-based, just like Final Fantasy.
Okay.
And basically, you go around and you kill all these antagonists that are trying. And basically, it's you and your friend, actually named in Japanese Slave Jim, which you and him go around trying to save Tom Sawyer's universe.
Okay.
Okay. Then we also have Operation.
Nigger Jim's gonna be
Nigger Jim has joined Sora.
Or Slave Jim has joined Sora in.
I think we're gonna have to edit that out.
No, we'll censor it. We'll censor it.
I'm sorry to our black listeners, but these are all
facts.
These are all real games.
They're real.
And these are all the facts in the game.
Up
next we have Operation Pedo Priest, in which you play a Catholic clergyman and you go around raping and assaulting young boys. And it's actually similar to Age of Empires or World of Warcraft, in which you have to research your minions and stuff.
Hell no!
And you actually, when you rape these young boys and stuff, you check the status, and that's how you level up. So that's how you get your spells, and you get stronger by raping these young boys. And
so you just get stronger candy and Jesus juice?
You get stronger, and you actually level up. You actually level up your character if you can get away with these certain crimes.
Okay.
Is
that all?
No, we still got.
Oh Lord!
Still got. Let's see. Actually, we have one last game.
Okay.
And
one last game, please.
And then this one comes from Japan as well. It's called Kyoputin Shipenuzu, which translates to Captain Death Penis. Which you are. It's a video game developed by Hill Ltd, published by Sony for the Sony PlayStation 2. Okay. It was released in Japan. Like I said, you assume the role of Nick, an ordinary guy whose alter ego is Captain Rainbow. Okay. But when he travels to Mimin Island, he becomes Captain Death Penis through a curse, and it's basically a traditional space shooter, except your weapon is basically your penis. Nice. Variations include the penis laser, spread shot, rocket, and of course the CX Demon Barrage.
Oh man,
I'm a real fan of the CX Demon Barrage. Do your research. That's a real move.
So those are your 6 games, and only one is true. If you have any questions, please.
No, only one is true, or is one?
Only one. I'm sorry. Only one of those is fake. 5 of those are real.
I think I'm not even gonna ask questions. I think the one that's fake is gonna be is the JFK Massacre one.
JFK Massacre?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you want to ask anything about it?
Well, actually, because the VTech, the VTech Massacre one, that was the one for
VTech Rampage.
VTech Rampage. That was the one where the guy wanted $5,000 for it to take off a server, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the JFK shooting one is fake, because the Nazi one seems really real. The VTech Rampage one could be real, especially if there's a guy out there that wants $5,000. That one I can see as being just a dick out there, some guy just being an asshole. Then you have the ones from Japan, which I really do believe those are probably real, because Japan comes with some freaky shit. Like they're the ones who like have the simulators, like the tentacle simulators, where you can put girls naked and you have the tentacles touch them. Like those are real games. So I would not put it past them to have the crazy shit. So I'm gonna assume the JFK one is fake. I'm locking in my answer.
Okay.
Remember, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, guys? Okay. Locking that in.
Burnley?
Me?
Oh, okay. Anyone?
Dwayne, I'm gonna go with. You said Square put out Tom Sawyer.
Square's
never released.
Square's Tom Sawyer. It wasn't released outside of Japan. It was released there.
Okay, and it's Japan. And the first one was the Nazis, put out by a record company. A game put out by a record company.
By National Alliance.
Okay, I've heard some shit,
or
and that just sounds
Resistance Records is the name of the.
Either you're really clever, because I know you, but and I can't use that as a. I'll go with. All those games are nasty or ridiculous. I'm gonna say that the first one is ridiculous.
The Nazi one.
Yeah, like, and that's
ethnic cleansing.
Yeah, that's a bias. I'm not gonna lie, it's biased. It's because I know the guy. It's because I know the guy that. So I'm not saying that you're a crazy racist because I kick it with you all the time. I'm just saying, that's crazy, ridiculous, man. A record company put out a game.
The reason why I think that might be real is because PETA just put up that Pokemon one where you're actually Pikachu and you're beating up the trainers.
Oh, yeah, Pokemon Black
and
Blue.
Fuck PETA. Fuck them too.
So the reason why I didn't put past the PETA is because, like, a record, I mean, I'm not just trying to change your answer. I'm just like, giving my thought on why I didn't choose it was because I wouldn't put it past, especially if it's a racist record label, I wouldn't put it past someone to make a game like that. But
to put the money into a game?
I mean, but then again, it probably couldn't have cost that much.
Who's gonna play it? Besides the people that are just put out another album and make the same money.
The people that are listening to those albums.
Yeah. Where he said he was gonna kill the Jews. That was in the game. I was like, what? Well, yeah, I'm going with ethnic cleansing.
Okay, ethnic cleansing.
I'm thinking Tom Sawyer.
I was gonna.
Because
one of us had to do it.
Because. Like, I don't know the popularity of Tom Sawyer, like, outside of the United States, because that's a very American book,
Mark Twain.
You know?
Okay. That's what I thought about saying.
And, like, I can't really see it, you know, like...
That's the reason why I thought maybe it was real. I have to give my opinion on this, because I think my opinion on everything here is the Japanese, man. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Put their spin on everything?
Yeah. Okay, well, here's the question. Is there a year that was made? Do you have the year on that? Because I'm thinking maybe this is like late 90s, early 2000s.
1989.
Oh, damn.
Okay,
so
well.
This is way back when they were... Yeah, this is way back when they were tanking, so okay, never mind. I'll let burn.
Yeah, I'm just going to...
You want Tom Sawyer?
Tom Sawyer.
You're going to lock in? So, Travis, we have JFK Reloaded, right?
Yeah.
Burnley.
Tom Sawyer.
Square's Tom Sawyer. And
I went with ethnic
cleansing.
For all the minorities out there, that's for us.
The answer, Burnley, you were wrong.
Oh, what?
I told you.
Travis, you were also wrong. Dwayne, you were also wrong.
No, the Japanese ones.
The fake game was Captain Death Penis.
They would put out. Okay, the Japanese would put out some stuff like that. No.
That's weird. Like I thought I was like, oh man, that sounds like a total Japanese game. Because they have the game where
now it's gonna come out indie
where you
game.
can play two gay dudes. Or
when I was making it up, that's what I thought. I'm all like, this sounds like something that could be real. I could probably trick them all.
Death Penis.
So all of you lose this week. Sorry. Join us next week, and when I will try to stump you all again. And it's very sad that all those games exist in this beautiful world.
I'm totally gonna play ethnic cleansing too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna record myself playing it. What? Oh hell no! It's gonna sound like a bunch of sound bites.
Actually, when I was watching the videos for ethnic cleansing, I was actually there's a song playing behind it, a Nazi band, and these are actually the lyrics. I wrote it down because I thought Lloyd would appreciate it. The lyrics are: "Nigga, nigga, get on the boat. Nigga, nigga, get out of here. Nigga, nigga, go, go, go. Nigga, nigga, out, out."
Best lyrics ever. In 2013, those lyrics are still standing strong.
So that's Poison Mushroom for this week, guys. And hopefully I didn't lose all our listeners.
Yes.
I was just trying to bring a little spice and fun to this game.
I love that.
Sorry, I did not.
For $5,000, he'll take it off the internet.
I will. Yeah. And that guy is actually the big asshole. The guy that actually said that. Where is he? Where is it?
Your cousin of the dude.
That dude that fucking did that stupid shit. Yeah, he said, "Attention angry people, I will take this game down from Newgrounds, the game website, if the donation reaches, it was 1,000 US. I'll take it down from this website if it reaches 2,000, and I will apologize if it reaches 3,000.
Has it reached that yet? No, I guess
I don't know. I didn't do the research as far as he definitely hasn't taken it down, so it hasn't reached 1,000.
Yeah.
But what an asshole. He'll apologize for it if you give him $3,000.
That's just a dick move right there.
Monsters out there.
There are some evil people out there.
Yeah.
There are some evil people. But I think that's it for this week, right?
Yeah. I mean, unless what are you guys playing right now?
Oh.
If you're playing anything, I'm still playing League of Legends, and I'm trying right now. I'm playing a lot of Black Ops multiplayer, Black Ops 2. Finally got it, and I'm having fun with it. It's Call of Duty. I can't really say anything else. The formula hasn't changed, and actually I'm kind of glad it hasn't because it's still fun to me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try to get in on that.
I have,
Black Ops 1 was fun.
Yeah, I love Black.
I played with this guy.
Unfortunately, I'm doing more RPGs. Persona 4 Golden on the Vita.
Oh, okay.
If you guys have played Persona 4, man, that game is just as addicting as it was on the PS2. Building my relationship with Chie right now. Gonna make her my girlfriend.
I don't even know what that means.
Gotta play the Persona 4.
It's like you do social.
And yeah, it's
okay.
Which we'll talk about that later. But then also, I've fallen back into WoW. I can't believe I have. I quit
Pandaria?
Yeah, I quit after Cataclysm. I got to 85 in Cataclysm, and I was like, I'm done. There just was nothing new in that game. I didn't do raids or anything, so I kind of just quit it. Hadn't played it since. And the Mist came out, didn't pick it up, but then over the holidays, Blizzard sent me an email. They're like, "Hey guys, Mist of Pandaria, 50% off. Buy it now." So I was like, "Son of a bitch!" I bought it, and I've been playing it now. I got an 81 Panda Monk.
What's the level cap on this one?
90.
I
think
so you're on your way.
Yeah, I think their next expansion, which is their 5th one, is gonna cap it at 100. I think that's gonna be it because
it's been going on forever.
Yeah, it's been going on forever. But not only that, but Blizzard always talked, like they said, our ultimate goal for this game is 5 expansions, and then I think they're gonna release the 5th expansion, cap it at level 100, and then I think a year or two, because knowing Blizzard, they're gonna announce Project Titan, which is their next MMO. I just because that's been in development for years.
Dude, people's money though that they spent on that game, they can't just walk away.
It'd be interesting to bring in
like leaving your family after 10 years.
It's gonna go. I mean, I don't think WoW's gonna die. Like I'm sure they'll still do updates, but I don't think they're gonna do
anything big anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they always have said 5 expansions total, and this is coming up on their 5th expansion. I mean, Mist was their 4th, so. I mean, it also makes kind of sense to their leveling. It's going to cap it at 100.
Which is perfect.
Yeah, which is perfect. Ends it there. I mean, I can't imagine that they'll probably do new battlegrounds, new dungeons, maybe just updates. Yeah. But my overall thinking of what Blizzard would do would be something along these lines. This is my hypothetical Blizzard speak here. Is they announced Project Titan is free to play, and it's going to be like Guild Wars or something, but it's going to be huge. And then eventually WoW becomes free to play as well. So,
that's what I was going to say.
So then even more people join. Because free to play is the market, and as we clearly saw with SWTOR, Star Wars: The Old Republic, was that unfortunately some games just can't survive on a pay to play transaction. Blizzard is one of the last games that is honestly still doing it with. I think they dropped down to 9 million, but 9 million is a staggering number for an MMO.
Multiply times 30.
Yeah, like MMOs, like a lot of developers, $30. They say. They developers want 500,000. They say that's huge to MMOs. So 9 million for Blizzard. That's dropped down from 11 million, which they were at, but 9 million. That's still millions of dollars. So
that's a lot of people.
They're sitting on that throne pretty nicely still. And like I said, with SWTOR tanking, even though as big as Star Wars was, to now finally be free to play, I'm sure Blizzard could do another pay to play game, but I don't think they're gonna do, because they're like one of those cool companies that everyone likes, and they're just gonna be like, hey guys, our next game is free to play. You're gonna have to purchase the physical copy or download it, pay for it, like it's like Guild Wars. But I think it's gonna be free to play, and they'll probably just have in-game advertisement for their games or something like that. I mean,
the Mountain Dew side quest challenge.
Like I said, this is Travis hypothetical Blizzard speak here, but that's what I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna release the next expansion. They're gonna let it linger for probably 2-3 years. Their next MMO will be announced, not released, announced, and then eventually WoW will go free to play, and then they'll release their next MMO. So, but sorry, that's what I've been playing to derail the podcast again.
Skyrim. I've been playing Skyrim more.
Nice, that's an addiction.
I have yet to play that game.
It's good. I'm using my girl, Queenie Johnson.
Oh.
Queenie Johnson.
That's her name.
Queenie Johnson.
Yeah, it's a red card, you know.
Okay.
And yeah.
Cool.
It's
Okay, Dwayne.
What? The game?
Yeah, what are you playing lately?
What? I am going to be playing Dragon's Dogma. Starting tonight, because I'm going to borrow that from here today, and I'm going to be playing it.
That's an interesting game because no one wants to play it, but then the people that have played it, I've heard them say nothing but good things about it.
I want to be one of those people.
It's really weird because you talk to people and they'll be like, they never have played it and they don't care to play it, but then you have the people out there that are like, that game is really fun. Like my buddy Jason, he was one of those people, he just walked in, I think GameStop or Best Buy, it was on sale. And he picked it up. He's like, shoot, why not? And he's told me nothing but good things. He's like, dude, that game is so addicting just to run around and fucking.
I remember the demo was really fun, like grabbing onto the harpies.
Yeah,
or
so your homie can get it.
Jumping on the Gryffindor and like fucking like stabbing him on the side and like, get off me, motherfucker! Like it looked really fun.
I played the demo. I'm a big fan of Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And so like that kind of drew me in. The only thing is, it's a single player game.
Yeah.
But it runs like a multiplayer game. Like as far as like characters running through each other or falling over like weird, it runs like it's multiplayer. Like you're playing it on the internet and there's lag spikes. But I'm still interested in playing it because Monster Hunter used to have some fucked up shit happen.
So fun,
it's broken, but it's fun. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. It's Capcom. I can't.
They Dragon's Dogma. They had the heroes you get can be downloaded from other people. You know that, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's the little special thing about it is you can download other people's companions.
So it's like their likeness is in your game.
So what you do is you create your companion, and then you can create whoever you want, and then from there you download 2 other companions from other games. Like,
that's pretty cool.
Like my buddy Jason, he was the one who was telling me about this games. He has a guy, Peter Dinklage. What is his name from Game of Thrones? You guys watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
The
dwarf.
Yeah, what is his name again?
I don't know.
The Bastard Imp?
Yeah, the Imp dude.
I don't remember his name. I just go by Bastard Imp.
I don't know.
Oh, Tyrion.
Tyrion,
yeah.
Okay.
He had a Tyrion in his game with him, and he was the spellcaster, and then he had a Legolas from Lord of the Rings who was his archer.
Okay, the archer.
And then, and I was like, because I looked at it, I was like, these dudes
fanfic.
look just like actual characters in Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. He's like,
pretty cool.
He's like, I downloaded them from other people who created them.
Oh.
And those can be your companions. You can swap them out for other people, or you can just save them and then they just stay with you.
Okay.
Cool. So
that is cool.
That's the thing.
Whose is that, by the way?
Josie's.
I'm gonna borrow that.
All right. Well, yeah. That sounds about wraps it up. Travis, link people to
I'll be doing the social networking for you guys.
Yeah,
so
you're a social network guy.
Follow us on Twitter at.
You're doing Twitter too?
Yeah, we're doing the Twitter, the Facebook.
You got a Tumblr?
No, I think we do actually.
No, we're not 12-year-old girls.
That's who we need to get to follow us.
That's what you need.
We get the 12-year-old girls, we get the boyfriends, then we get the parents.
And then we get a knock on the door from the police.
They don't knock, they kick that motherfucker in. They don't knock.
Alright, so yeah, follow us on Twitter at Dead Format Reviews. I believe it's just Dead Format R.
Yeah.
Is what Twitter is. And then you can also find us on Facebook at Dead Format Reviews there as well, all one word, I believe.
Still make a Tumblr.
Sorry, I'm
just to get the rest of the lingerers.
We'll have to develop it, but I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Dead Format Reviews, one word on Facebook, and then at Dead Format R on Twitter. Yeah, follow us there. Like I said, post questions. We are trying to keep it up to date as quickly as we can with the stuff. It's only me doing it right now, but because I have so much time on my hands. But try and post us questions. Send us emails to deadformatreviews@gmail. We don't have an official email yet either, but send us there. Questions if you'd like to have them answered on our future podcasts, because we love to hear back from our so many fans.
Did you guys make a Facebook?
Yes, we did.
Awesome.
Have you checked it out?
No, because I don't get linked. He doesn't even link me stuff anymore.
Dude,
I talk to this guy every day.
Are you my friend?
I just requested you the other day.
Did you? Okay, yeah.
Then you didn't respond right away, so you
I
don't really
don't really go on Facebook.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, I just recently, because I saw for the Wizard games.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, well,
I'll find you
there's our stuff, guys. Follow us there and contact us, please.
Yes, please.
We're begging you.
And please pour one out for our fallen comrade, George, who's
is
gone this week. He might be gone next week, though. Yeah. I mean, he might be back next week.
Yeah,
probably will be. And and thank you, Dwayne, for joining us this week.
Yeah,
thanks for having me. I had no clue what I was going to be doing. So thanks for having me.
You had a good time?
I had a great time.
Cool. Well, that's going to do it for Speak Geek this week. This was Pedro.
I'm Travis, guys.
I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Burnley.
Get out there and speak some geek, guys.
You're gonna have to edit. You're gonna have to censor.